Inquiry, the key to creating your life. In the late afternoon, I was jogging with the master around the lake within the campus of the training center. The scenery here was like a perfect painting. The tranquil lake reflecting the brilliant sunset, a gentle breeze caressing the tree canopy. From afar, the echoing chants of physical training from the entrepreneur classes resonated, full of inner strength and vitality. Immersing myself in that landscape, my mind suddenly surged with an indescribable sense of happiness and gratitude. I sped up, running alongside the master, and asked, "Master, I have heard that if a person knows how to construct an inquiry aligned with their desires, their life will be at ease and flow effortlessly according to their wishes. But what exactly is an inquiry and how can I navigate it?" The master maintained his calm jogging pace, turning to me with understanding eyes. "You know, an inquiry is not just a random question. It is the lingering concerns, the repetitive thoughts in a person's mind. When you harbor an inquiry, the brain automatically mobilizes all resources to find the answer. But the most important thing is, in which direction are you placing your inquiry, positive or negative?" I slowed down a bit, adjusting my breathing while wondering, "Master, how can I distinguish between a positive and a negative inquiry?" The master replied, his voice articulate and blending with the rhythm of our footsteps. "Use your desires as the measuring stick. If the inquiry aligns with your desire, it is a positive inquiry. If the inquiry goes against your desire, it is a negative inquiry. For example, someone who constantly asks themselves, 'How can I build a harmonious and happy family?' That is a positive inquiry. But if they ask, 'Why is my marriage so terrible?' That is negative. Both questions can lead to an epiphany, but one awakens you to a bright path to create happiness, while the other awakens you to a dozen reasons to continue sinking in suffering." I nodded, silently admiring the profoundness of this principle, but wanted to clarify further. "Then, Master, how do I know what my true desire is?" The master looked at me, his voice unhurried. "A desire is not just a fleeting thought. A true desire is a clear image that repeats in your mind, fully occupying your thoughts. If you say you want to build an enduring family legacy, but you are not clear on what that legacy looks like or how it operates, then it is merely a wish, not yet a true desire." He continued, "A righteous desire benefits oneself, benefits others, and benefits all beings. To transform a desire into reality, you need to clarify that image in your mind, repeat it, and pose positive inquiries, such as, 'How can I achieve this?' At that point, the brain will automatically search for a solution, and one day you will exclaim, 'Ah, so that's how it is.' That is exactly the moment of epiphany." The master's words were illuminating, but my heart was still wrestling with a thought. "Master, what if a person doesn't even know what their true desire is? How can they pose the right inquiry?" The master answered gently. "Their first task is to clarify their desire. They should ask themselves, 'What do I truly want in this life?' If it is not clear, they must expand their awareness by seeking new contexts and experiences. A person cannot dream bigger than what they have seen, heard, and known. Once the desire is clear, they simply need to ask, 'How can I achieve that?' And step by step, they will find their own path." The master stopped by the lake, pointing at the large auditorium complexes and the residential villas of the center. "For example, in the past, I harbored a desire to build large-scale training centers that could provide the best learning conditions for thousands of entrepreneurs, helping them develop holistically. When the image of the center became clear in my mind, I began to pose a positive inquiry. How can I turn this dream into reality? And it was that very inquiry that guided me and the organization to achieve what you see today. Are we not jogging right now within the campus of one of those centers?" Hearing the master's words, a profound sense of gratitude swelled in my heart. I softly said, "I feel happy and realize the responsibility I must shoulder for something great, but sometimes the image in my mind is not as clear as I desire. What is the cause of this, Master?" The Master replied, "An unclear image is due to a lack of merit in that specific area. Merit is not something distant. It comes from intentionally helping others. When you use your listening and guiding questions to help others clarify their desires, you are planting the seeds of merit. When you light the torch to guide others, the image in your own mind will naturally illuminate." The Master bent down to pick up a small pebble and tossed it gently into the lake. The tranquil water suddenly formed perfectly round ripples, spreading far into the distance. Remember, every positive inquiry you pose is like this pebble. It will create powerful ripples of change in your mind. When those ripples touch the shores of awareness, your life will be at ease and as gentle as the very things you once dreamed of. The Master directed his gaze into the far distance, then slowly confided, "The legacies that humanity inherit today, from civilization to science to life philosophies, all originate from the inquiries of great thinkers. Inquiry is the absolute source of all inventions, ideologies, and monumental works. If you want to leave something behind for the world, leave behind inquiries that guide others to the ultimate maturity, the ultimate growth of human beings." That afternoon, my heart was illuminated. I realized that an inquiry is not just a passing thought, but a powerful tool that helps me navigate my entire life. The most important thing is knowing how to construct inquiries aligned with one's desires, because that is the door that opens up every profound transformation in life.